Hey friends, it's Ocean and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you something new that I created and something that I really think you all are going to like. So you know how you can play scenarios in The Sims 4? You basically pick a story and you play it. You have goals to create. You have to make a sim, you have to move them in somewhere, and you kind of get a reward, I guess, depending on your goals, the goals that you complete, right? So I am not a fan of scenarios. Initially, I thought it was such a good idea that we could jump in a game and have a story told for us, but the actual scenarios are quite lackluster. And thus, Oshin Stories were born. So Oshin Stories is going to be a thing where I make the Sims for you or the household for you, and I also make their place of residence so that you don't have to worry about all of that, and you can strictly just play with your goal in mind. I know that a lot of the times I create Sims and you all love their stories, you want to play their stories out, you also like my storytelling as well. So I figured, why not make it easier for you, and I create the story and everything else to go with it, and you just determine the outcome. The first addition to Oshin Stories is going to be the Sisters Saga. This is going to revolve around two sisters, Julia, who is right here, and her little sister, Jenna. They are completely vanilla, no CC. It's a beautiful rainy day in San Myshuno. You will need city living for this one because I did place them in this apartment here, but the good thing is you only need base game and city living for this apartment. Now with the actual Sims, I did use quite a bit of packs, but I feel like it's easier to fix outfits than it is to go and fix an entire build. When I do create a build for the household, I will make sure that it's base game, and if I'm in a specific world that is with another pack, then I will be sure to just only use that pack. I know when it comes to build mode, that's just a lot harder to obtain everything and change up everything and also make it feel like there's character. I'm going to tour this build, but first I'm actually going to read you their background story, and I think you all are really going to like it. I think it's going to be super fun to play out, and I just cannot wait to see what you all think about this. We do have a sponsor for today's video. You already know, HelloFresh. I know when you hear sponsors, the first thing you want to do is fast forward the video, but just wait. Let me tell you, HelloFresh is perfect for those of you who want to save money, eat better, and stress less. Instead of figuring out what you want to eat tonight, you can choose from over 45 different recipes with step-by-step directions and every ingredient you need to make it. That means you're not going to the grocery store or buying more than what you need. And that's why I love HelloFresh, because you can actually save money and not waste as much. I love using HelloFresh when me and my husband just need to eat something new together for those little date nights at home. You do not have to be a chef to use HelloFresh. They make you feel like one. This is the perfect time to try it out. Try out HelloFresh, and please save money. If you do, go to the description and click my link and use my code OCEAN16FM and receive 16 free meals and a free dessert for life while your subscription is active. Thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video, and I hope you all enjoy. Julia and Jenna have an unbreakable bond. With only a small age gap between them, the sisters have always done everything together. In fact, Julia was a motherly figure for Jenna growing up. She even taught her how to tie her shoes. Now young adults, they decided to move into their first apartment together to save money from the high cost of living in the city. Everything was perfect until Julia's new boyfriend Malik became a little too comfortable. A couple of nights over turned into him asking if he could move in because his roommate kicked him out. Julia couldn't say no, but with a busy politician's schedule, Jenna is stuck listening to Malik's terrible jokes at home and wondering why the chips she just bought are missing. But who knows, maybe his jokes aren't that bad. Maybe they have more in common than Jenna realizes. So now that you know the story, I'm going to tell you the outcomes. So either A, Jenna moves out and she absolutely cannot take the dynamic of her sister's boyfriend living in their apartment and it actually breaks their bond. Or the next outcome, Jenna actually becomes BFFs, best friends forever, with Malik, and they form another bond and it's almost like the brother that she never had. Or the alternative, Jenna falls in love with Malik. After realizing they have quite a bit in common, and all of that time spent here at the apartment alone with him probably wasn't for the best, which will ultimately break her bond with her sister Julia if they do fall in love. And of course, the last outcome, big happy family, absolutely nothing happens. You play this dynamic out, you do what you want, you have kids, you move, you do whatever, it doesn't matter. They can still live and function as one household underneath here. Maybe they get into a couple arguments here and there, and maybe they're watching a movie within the same day. So you can decide how you want this family to operate. Julia is singing and she has an absolute beautiful voice. I think it is definitely time for us to get into their personalities and what they have going on. I probably won't get into their outfits or anything. You might not even care about all of that. You can see them on the gallery at Oshin Sims, but I am dying to talk about their skills and everything. She's singing her heart out. She can sing. That's her hidden talent, y'all. When you download these Sims, they will already have their careers, their skills. We're going to go over that in a bit, but they already have their relationships and everything. I am going to save them as they are, so you don't even have to do that. There's already lore here. Let's take a look at Julia. Julia is an ambitious Sim. She's very family oriented, which was actually a personality trait that she acquired through a life discovery. She is generous and outgoing and a domestic Sim. She does have a couple of milestones that I'll have you look over. I'll let them do their own thing while I describe this too. She loves fitness, baking, and wellness, but she really doesn't like cooking. In fact, I think Malik is going to cook up something for her instead. Julia loves music. There's not a lot of music that she doesn't like, but she really doesn't like strange tunes and ranch music. Julia loves physical intimacy, flirtation, compliments, affection. She does not like pranks or malicious interactions. And Malik is romantic, so that's another reason why they're really compatible. She loves hardworking Sims, family motivated Sims, and she loves pink and brown. She does have the workaholic lifestyle. If you do not own Snowy Escape, you probably won't see this, but she takes her job very serious. She has an economics degree and she really wants to make a difference in San Myshuno. Right now, she's a social justice worker, but when she levels up, the idea is that she will be a charity organizer. In my storytelling in the members video, I made it quite clear that she definitely wants to be a charity organizer when she's able to select a branch. So when you do start this off, you will have to choose a cause for her to support. But Julia, again, loves humanity. She also gets help from her sister, who is an amazing artist, to draw poster boards for her when she protests and murals on the ground. That's why I put a mural up here in the apartment. And we also have a mural here too. I'll show you the apartment too. I'm so excited. That's Julia for you. She has big goals, so she's going to be quite busy and probably away from the apartment a lot, leaving Malik here with her sister a lot. She loves Malik. Malik has the same goals as her. They both have the big happy family aspiration, and he wants children too. They talk about it all the time. They look up cute baby names and all of that good stuff. I didn't want to max out their skills too much, but obviously she went to university, so she has a level 5 research and debate skill. She has skills that I feel like would benefit her in her career. She loves to do yoga, take care of her wellness, her mental health, all that good stuff. And she does like to bake. So although she doesn't like to cook, she does like to bake up little sweet treats for the family and, you know, at her little protests. They're so cute. But where they met was Mount Komarebi. They actually were rock climbing together. Julia needed help rock climbing and Malik was there to kind of save her. So they just so happened to be on vacation there at the same time. And here you can see that Malik has level 10 rock climbing. I did have to max this out. He's a pretty awesome sim in this department. Jenna thinks that Malik is a freeloader because she feels like he's just living here rent free and he's not going to be able to take care of her sister. Julia doesn't view it that way. She knows that Malik is fully more than capable of taking care and providing. It's just he's kind of figuring out his own life right now. So Malik is just kind of chilling and Julia understands that and she's fine with that. But Jenna wants more for her sister because she's very protective over her sister. So she wants the best of the best. And she's like, you don't have a job and you're going to live here? Like, no way, Jose. Like, that's not cool. Like, her sister's actually giving Malik time to find a new job and all of that stuff. And Malik here loves to rock climb. He loves bowling. So obviously, if you have the bowling stuff bag, take them out bowling, dancing. He loves video games. Whereas Julia, this is where they actually differ, does not like video games. And it's not the fact that she doesn't like it. It's the fact that she's not good at them. And so she hates playing video games. But that leads me to Jenna. Jenna has the painter extraordinaire aspiration. Jenna loves to paint and she actually is starting to get into digital art as well now that she's a freelance artist and she's starting to pick up gigs. She is painting level 3 and I didn't want this to become too high because I do want you to, you know, see those paintings from the beginning and make it feel like she's really working for something. And then she also has level 3 of the entrepreneur skill. So therefore she'll work less but make more. I really wanted to have a character where you really do feel like she's kind of more fresh than the other ones, and you can actually grow with Jenna. Jenna is very loyal, and that is why the outcome is going to be really interesting to see what you all pick, because she's a very loyal sim. So why would she want to cross her sister like that, you know? But just because she's loyal doesn't mean she can't be human. Sometimes romance can get in the way of things, or even just a great relationship. So play on that trait and you do what you want with it. She's quite a bit of slob. She leaves messes, and even though she's a slob, she totally condemns Malik, and she's like, pick up your socks, pick up your underwears, pick up your things, even though she's quite messy and eats in her room too. She's also a goofball, which I feel like plays on Malik's comedy skill. He has level 4 comedy, and so he tells really bad jokes right now. They're like okay, but I don't know, they're bad but they're good. Level 4 isn't that bad, right? Maybe they are good, maybe they're not that bad. So she is finding herself relating to Malik a little bit more than usual. She loves painting and she loves video games, so they may even bond over video games. I'm actually going to probably put a console in here. And she loves alternative music and hip-hop music. She also loves the color black, and she loves homebody sims and funny sims. And Malik technically is funny, so who knows? She even loves a little bit of potty humor. So they have a lot in common that I feel like at the end of the day, they could totally have a great relationship. Why is Julia older than Jenna? I have to fix that. I will make sure that I fix that before I upload them on the gallery. I guess it's time to show you all their apartment. I did record a speed build, but I'm not sure if it's going to go up. If it went up yesterday or not. I'm debating on if I even have time to do it, but here is the apartment, and I really love it because I wanted it to be quite spacious. It feels like it's raining in the apartment, doesn't it? Here is the bathroom. It's kind of like an older apartment, but it has character, and that's what I really love about it. And look at these messy clothes. You know that these are Jenna's clothes right here. And then here is Julia's room, which is very nice, neat, and tidy. I can't believe I decorated this with base game and city living. It looks really good though. And here's where Julia kind of keeps all her, look, she's keeping the budget. She's like, minimum wage should go up. She's really fighting for these sims in San Myshuno and the world in general. So she is like a superhero sim to me. And then the kitchen here is very nice and old. There is a background to these chairs. So I saw these base game chairs and I instantly loved them. And I thought, you know what, I'm throwing them in there. I feel like this is paying homage to their parents. I feel like maybe these are chairs that they've always had, and when they moved from their childhood home that they took them with them. If they do have children, either one of them, I feel like these chairs have to stay within the family. We have these aprons. Julia loves baking during Winterfest. She will throw these on and bake some cookies real quick. We got this microwave from the flea market. That's the storytelling. That's why it's pink and it looks busted, but it was cheap. This bench, you can probably already assume that this was painted by Jenna. I like how it's a little distorted, not distorted, but just a little used, you know, looks like a couple of backs were resting on this, and I love it. Of course, her sister's all for her art, so she's like, oh my gosh, is that a bench in our living room? Anyway, it's art, so she's like, that's awesome. That is awesome. And here's where she paints. She loves painting by windows, and they just have a very basic, you know, TV set here. And then the hallway, I know that this came with a cottage living like promotion. It is base game, but I'm not 100% sure if you still need cottage living. I think you still need cottage living because, again, it was added to the game as a base game add-on if you pre-ordered cottage living. This is my favorite part of the apartment. This is Jenna's room, and I love it because it's really artistic. Although she loves wearing black and she doesn't really have a vibrant style of clothing, I love how colorful she makes her room and things that mean a lot to her. I didn't want her room to look like her clothing style. She loves colors. She loves bright, vivacious colors. Her style of clothing does not reflect her art style, if that makes sense. Now I'm in cast because I do want you to see their style. It was very personalized. I gave them 2 everyday outfits. That way you can interchange them. So the thing about their outfits is that I used all of the packs that I had. I ended up using more kits than what I intended to. I didn't want to use a lot of kits. I really just wanted to keep it expansion wise. But in order for me to make these characters come to life, I had to. So I'm super sorry if you do not own some of these kits or packs, but I find it's a little bit more easier to dress sims and create a sim than, like I said, change up an entire build. So if you are missing something, just check them and create a sim. There is currently a sale going on the sims4.com EA app, the EA app. There's packs and kits and everything up to 85% off. So this will probably be the best time to purchase those things. And if you're feeling generous, then use my code oshinsims at checkout and actually get a small commission from that. So I really appreciate that. As you can see here, Julia has 2 party outfits. So some of the outfits I couldn't choose from, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do 2. And I love it. And like this, for instance, this kit, the poolside splash kit, how could I not use this for my Sims? You know, it was really hard not to use these things. So I'm sorry, I kind of went all in here, but you'll thank me later if you do own those packs. They look so good, and this is a part of the reason why I still appreciate vanilla gameplay. I love all of the assets. Malik has 2 formal wear outfits, so you know, at one minute he can be very put together, and then the next he's a goofball having drinks and being like the party of the whole event. And so I really wanted to represent that. Like I said, it's very personal, and I think this is going to be a great series and a great thing for me to do for you all, so that you can enjoy Sim stories and not have to do all that legwork of making the Sims and doing all of that crazy stuff. So you can just enjoy the Sims and start playing today. Jenna just got a new personality trait. Embrace the change, lazy. Now that's hilarious. Just because she's a slob doesn't mean she's lazy. So you'll be faced with some of these, and I'm just going to say yes for now, just because I'm not going to save this. But let me know what you all think. I am so excited to hear from you in the comments. I will be looking, and don't forget to hashtag Oshin Stories. I will also say this again in the description, and tag me on Tumblr, tag me on my Twitter, my Instagram. All of that is linked in the description down below under find me here. You can just find all my social handles, and I want you to tag me. I really want to see how you play them out, and I want this to be a whole thing. Let's just take over the internet with it, kind of thing. And I'm so excited. If you want me to play this on the channel as a little mini series, just see where we go, let me know that too. Otherwise, I might do a members video with this family. But if this gets really great feedback, then I will definitely play it on the channel. But I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Just keep simming. Always stay wavy, and I will see you in the next video. All right, peace out.